Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of our guests joining us from around the world for the Carnegie Mellon Statistics and Data Science celebration for the class of 2020. My name is Rebecca Nugent. I'm the Associate Department Head, and I'm very honored to play the role of host for today's ceremony. We are so incredibly proud of all of our students and are excited to share this moment with you. If we were on the Pittsburgh campus, we would all be in the CUC main gym right now, completely filled with rows and rows of chairs and possibly some brownies in the back. And I would be on the stage making remarks about the constant growth of our department and the need to move it on outside to Gessling Stadium. Well, even during this unusual year of virtual ceremonies, we're still growing. And now more than ever, the reach and impact of our Carnegie Mellon StatDS family is broader and deeper and ever more meaningful. We have been incredibly impressed with the fortitude of our students and the dedication of our faculty and staff during these difficult circumstances and the transition to remote learning. In particular, our students have continued to amaze us, proving new theorems, developing new algorithms, integrating and analyzing complicated data sets to answer today's pressing questions, and all of that while dealing with their professors navigating the new frontier of using Zoom. So thank you. Thank you for being patient if we forgot to unmute ourselves or put you in the wrong breakout rooms, or just if we accidentally closed the whole Zoom session. Thank you for your talent. Thank you for your hard work, your creativity, your integrity. Thank you so much for choosing to spend these years with Carnegie Mellon Statistics and Data Science. It has been an absolute privilege. And now it is my pleasure to introduce the head of the Department of Statistics and Data Science, Christopher R. Genovese.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Department of Statistics and Data Science, it's my pleasure to welcome you all, parents and grandparents, friends and family, faculty and staff, to our celebration of an accomplished and formidable group of students. To the class of 2020, I offer my enthusiastic and heartfelt congratulations. You've worked hard, learned much, and accomplished great things in your time at Carnegie Mellon, and I am so excited to see the mark you make on the world in the coming years. We are all very proud of you. So often, I hear glowing comments about you all from faculty and staff and from folks at companies and other organizations who have seen your work on projects or presentations or others. They praise your skills, your creativity and curiosity, your passion for solving problems and making the world better. It's gratifying to know that we played some small role in preparing you to advance the frontiers as you move forward in your career. You've learned more than just the techniques of statistics and data science, but also the power of effective statistical thinking and communication. And I hope we've instilled in you the core values underlying it all: a healthy skepticism, the need to question assumptions, a willingness to grapple with uncertainty, and the primacy of the search for truth. We live in interesting times with all that entails. I know that the tragic events of these past few months have, among other things, reshaped your senior year into something far different than any of us imagined or hoped for. I am so sorry for that. And yet this does not diminish your accomplishment, nor the happiness at your success of those who care about you. It is hard enough to make it through college, and all the more impressive dealing with this kind of unprecedented challenge. It may be that down the road you will see this time in a different light, but for right now I want to highlight two particular lessons that have struck me through all this. First, the pandemic has revealed in a variety of important and sometimes surprising ways how much we each depend on other people. This is not only for our daily needs, food and deliveries and infrastructure, but also for the critical element of human connection and for the meaning we derive from it. Although we have been physically isolated, there was, for a time, a broad solidarity of purpose worldwide, a sense of community that tied us together. We tend to think about what we as individuals can accomplish, about our goals and our paths to success. These are fine things to be concerned with, but these past several weeks, we've seen the potential for something more. And many of the problems that you will be tackling as you move into your lives will require more. They will require bringing together a community of people acting with solidarity of purpose, with mutual respect and a recognition of the common good. So as you begin to tackle the world's problems, Of course, you should leverage your considerable talents. Of course, you should take pride in your successes. But keep in mind that in a fundamental sense, we really are all in this together. A second lesson that has struck me is that many of the systems around us are structured the way they are because, well, they are structured the way they are. Sometimes it's historical accident. Sometimes things were set up for good reasons that no longer apply, or to serve particular interests that held sway at some time. And sometimes things have been optimized, but are consequently fragile. Toilet paper, anyone? Our natural assumption that the rules apply for a good reason is an assumption that should be questioned. Recently, we've seen many such rules set aside by necessity without any real adverse effects. As statisticians, you know that questioning assumptions is a kind of superpower. So I say bring this power to bear to break free of the constraints of the status quo and change the world. I'm confident that you can do it. To wrap up, let me congratulate you again on your amazing achievements. You should be very proud. We look forward to the chance to celebrate with you in person in the near future. But in the meantime, stay well and stay in touch. Next, I am happy to introduce our guest speaker today, Sam Ventura. Sam is a 3-time graduate of the department with a bachelor's degree in 2010, a master's degree in 2011, and a PhD in 2015. I've always assumed that Sam kept coming back because of the great people and fantastic educational experience. And actually, I'm sure that is true. But it turns out also that he thought that if he got all 3 degrees, he would come away with a free toaster. But I'm sorry to say, Sam, we stopped offering that promotion in 2009. Oh well. Sam is now Director of Hockey Research for the Pittsburgh Penguins, where he's had great success. The team has won 2 championships during his tenure. And although as statisticians we are careful about making claims of causality, I personally believe that Sam's joining the team could be responsible for those rings. Sam continues to play an active role in the department community, helping us greatly in many ways, including participating in our summer undergraduate research program on sports analytics. And he brings a wise perspective to our students on careers in statistics and data science. He's also an all-around great guy. Without further ado, let me turn over the floor to our guest speaker, Sam Ventura.
Thank you, Professor Genovese, and I will still be expecting that free toaster. So Professor Genovese brought up a few really important areas of statistics, but one that he didn't discuss is residuals. And particular, working in professional sports, I have a lot of experience with winning and with losing. And I think the way that we react to our successes and our failures says a lot about who we are. And it's really, and there's some important lessons we can learn from the world of statistics about reacting to these positive and negative events. So first, what is a residual? If we look at the dictionary, it's just defined as a quantity remaining after other things have been accounted for. In statistics, we get a little bit more technical, but it's not too complicated. It's just the red line in this picture. It's the difference between what we observed in our data and what we expected given our model. So why do statisticians care so much about residuals? Well, we care so much because we want to be right. We want our models to be accurate. We want them to be making good predictions. And we want to make sure that we're not making any kind of systematic errors in our model. So what do we do when we find large residuals in statistics? Well, we don't freak out. We're calm, we're cool, we're collect. We have trained for this. We have a systematic way of dealing with large residuals. First, we just look at the residual in question, right? We examine what features of our data drove the residual to be so large. And then we ask questions like, did the residual occur by random chance alone? Was it bad luck? Or is it a symptom of a larger problem within our model? And then when we have the answers to those questions, we can figure out how to best address this situation. What about when we encounter large residuals in life? What I mean here is sometimes we see positive residuals in a way where things go better than expected. And sometimes we encounter negative residuals where things go worse than expected. What do we do when we encounter those types of residuals? Well, for positive residuals, I think a lot of times we tend to overreact and we tend to overestimate our own influence on our successes. We tend to underestimate the role that luck has on our successes. I know for me personally, working in sports, if we have a big win against one of our big rivals, we feel like we're on top of the world and we'll never lose another game, when in fact, we're probably going to lose again pretty soon. So I think it's important to be humble when we're successful and to not overestimate our own influence on our successes. But what about negative residuals? Well, I think we tend to overreact to those too, but almost in a worse way. We tend to overfit to our failures. So what do I mean by overfitting here? What I mean is that imagine that we have a good process that leads to an unfortunate outcome, we tend to make these sweeping changes and then abandon the good process just because of one bad result. And that's not a good way to handle things either. The worst thing we can do, I think, is look to blame either ourselves or other people when luck is the only culprit. So we tend to overreact to these negative residuals in very harmful ways. So my advice to the class of 2020 would be to react to residuals like a statistician would. When something bad happens, don't overfit. Just examine what went wrong, how it went wrong, and what you can do better, and then fix it. Don't abandon a good process just because of one bad outcome, and don't blame yourself or anyone else for a failure. And then when something good happens, be humble. I know for me, my biggest successes in life were in large part just driven by luck. I just got really lucky. And even when I didn't get lucky, I had good people around me that were contributing to my successes and contributing to my good fortune. And so I think tonight, when most of you are probably watching with your family and with your friends and with the people most important to you, I think now is the perfect time to acknowledge that you couldn't have had this positive residual, this graduation from Carnegie Mellon, without the help and without the good fortune from your family and from your friends and from all the people that are important to you. So congratulations to the class of 2020, and congratulations to everyone else who's watching.
Sam, thank you so much for joining us. I'm speaking as someone who taught you as an undergrad and as your PhD advisor. I certainly think you are a positive residual in our program, and so I really appreciate it. And now I'm happy to introduce our co-director of undergraduate studies, Peter Freeman.
Good evening to everyone. I'd like to begin by offering my heartfelt congratulations to all of you who are graduating tonight. Your experience at Carnegie Mellon perhaps didn't end as you might have envisioned it ending, but the result is still the same. You have accomplished something great, and you are ready to take on the world wherever you go and whatever you do. You will make Carnegie Mellon proud, each and every one of you. I'd also like to thank the families listening in tonight. Your support helped get tonight's graduates to the starting line and kept them going all the way through to the finish. Thank you all. Now, the pull of statistics and data science is strong. During the 2019-2020 academic year, over 1,800 Carnegie Mellon undergraduates took at least one course offered by our department. 1,800. That's over 1/4 of all CMU undergraduates. Now, there is a good reason why so many undergraduates take our classes. For the 4th year in a row, the website College Factual has ranked our undergraduate program #1 in the country. But while our classes are undoubtedly good, we strive to do more. For instance, our capstone research program, in which statistics students analyze the data of clients on campus and in the corporate world, continues to grow. Last year alone, 88 students participated in this program. Also, our data science club hosted Hadley Wickham, who had just won the 2019 COPS President's Award for Outstanding Contributions to Statistics. You could think of it as being like a Nobel Prize. It's a big deal. Our Sports Analytics Club hosted its 3rd annual Sports Analytics Conference, drawing participants from throughout the professional sports world. And the CMU Women in Statistics helped host the Women in Data Science Conference this last March. These all give a taste of how the undergraduate program and its students continually push to provide the best environment possible for learning and practicing statistics. We never rest on our laurels. Graduating tonight are 193 students, including 51 in the core major, 2 in statistics and neuroscience, 2 in mathematics and statistics, 19 in economics and statistics, and 117 in statistics and machine learning. Of these, 65 are primary statistics majors who are graduating with honors. In a moment, we will be playing a video for you that commemorates our graduates. Before we transition to the video, I would like to thank all the students who contributed pictures for it. Now, congratulations again, members of the 2020 graduating class in Statistics and Data Science.
Congratulations to the class of 2020 from Statistics and Data Science. Really proud of all that you've accomplished and cannot be happier for you at this time. It's kind of a bittersweet time for me personally. I'm going to miss you guys terribly, but I'm so excited about all the things that you've accomplished and all of the things that you will be doing in the future. It's been a pleasure being a part of your career and your journey, and I hope you promise to stay in touch and keep us posted on how you're doing.
Hi everyone, Zach Branson here. I just want to say congratulations to the class of 2020. As an alum of CMU Stats myself, I absolutely assure you that this is just the beginning of the awesome things that you all are going to be doing. So congratulations again.
Congratulations, grads.
Congratulations to the class of 2020. After 4 years at Carnegie Mellon, and especially this last semester, you know you can make it through anything. So go out there and take on the world.
Congratulations, class of 2020, from your AAC advisors.
We've enjoyed working with you throughout your time at CMU.
We wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2020. I'm so amazed by all that you have accomplished over the past 4 years. It's been such a pleasure getting to know you, and I cannot wait to see what your future holds. Congratulations.
Hello to all of our amazing graduates. Your Statistics and Data Science advising team is here to wish you nothing but the best as your undergraduate career comes to an end.
We are so proud to have been able to support you in your time here at CMU.
And we know that you will go on to do amazing things. Congratulations, class of 2020.